guys, we're back for another video on the channel. Today we are going to be doing a Newcastle United keep or sell tier list. So let's get right into it, shall we? First up is Jamal Lascelles. Now, he's been at the club since like 2014, 2015 or something. He's been quite decent this season. He scored against Wolves in the Premier League at home. I would keep Jamal Lascelles for me. Next up is Dwight Gale. Now, he hasn't. Do I have to mention him? Sell him? Well, I mean, he scored a couple in the Championship, but yeah, you know. Next up is Christian Atsu. Again, do I even have to mention him? Sell him? I mean, like Dwight Gale, he did score a couple in the Championship, but not in the Premier League. Right. Next up is Paul Dummett. Now, I know he's currently suffering an injury and he's probably recovered now. You all probably know that if you watched the Wolves game away. Right. I would keep Paul Dummett. Right. Next up is Javier Manquillo. Now, he's been quite good this season. He got an assist at Sheffield United where Alain Saint-Maximin got his first goal for the club. We'll get on to Alain Saint-Maximin in a second. And yeah, I would keep Javier Manquillo. This time, next up is Emil Kraft. Now, I know we signed him in the summer, but I didn't really think we needed him. So, for me, I would sell Emil Kraft. Next up is one of the loanees, Valentino Lazaro. Now, to be honest, he scored in the cup against West Brom away, but yeah, that's the only goal he's really scored for the club. I wouldn't sign Lazaro permanently. I would make him go back into Milan. Right, next up is Fabian Shaw. Voice crack there, sorry. Now, do I have to mention him? Keep him. Right, next up is another loanee, Nabil Bentaleb. Now, he hasn't scored a goal yet, but, you know, I would sign him permanently, so I would keep him. Next up is DeAndre Yedlin. Now, he's been here since the Championship, hasn't he? Yeah. So, he has had quite a poor season, but he scored a bullet header against Bournemouth. For me, I would sell DeAndre Yedlin. Now, next up is Isaac Hayden. I don't know why why. Like I said in the ranking Newcastle players video, he scored a 94th minute winner against Chelsea. And in the 2017-18 season, He scored against Southampton away in the 2017-18 season. He has scored quite a few goals. I don't really know. I'm going to put... I would keep Isaac Hayden. Next up is Alain Saint-Maximin. Now, do I even have to mention him? Keep him. He is literally the best. Like, literally the best. Right. Next up is Miguel Almiron. Now, again, like Maxi, do I have to mention him? Keep him. He is the best as well. Right. Next up is Sean Longstaff. To be honest, like I said in the ranking Newcastle players video, he scored in the cup against Oxford in the replay. And also, he scored against Burnley last season. I would put Sean Longstaff. I would sell him for me, just because he scored quite a few goals. Next up is Joe Linton. Now, you know where I'm going to put him. Sell him. 1 goal in the Premier League. And that was against Tottenham away. Right, next up is Yoshinori Muto. Now, I know he scored in the Carabao Cup against Leicester. Like I said in the ranking Newcastle players video, I think. Yeah. And he also scored against Manchester United away last season. I believe it was last season. So for me, I would keep Muto. You know, yeah. Next up is Rob Elliott. No, he hasn't had much game time this season, but I know he saved a penalty against West Ham in the 2017-18 season away. I would put him in sell because I think he's more likely to go to a championship player. I mean, to a championship like squad, sorry. Championship club, sorry. So yeah, I would sell Rob Elliott. Next up, we've got Matty Longstaff. Now, I really want him to sign a new contract, so I would put Matty Longstaff in keep, just because I want him to sign his new contract at the club. Right, next up is another loanee, Danny Rose. He hasn't scored yet, but I would want to sign Danny Rose permanently. Yeah. So I would sign Danny Rose permanently. Next up is Andy Carroll. Now, he hasn't scored yet this season, but he only signed a 1-year contract, I believe, at the club, didn't he? This is just my opinion, but I would sell Andy Carroll. Actually, no. I would keep Andy Carroll. Change my mind. Next up is John Joe Shelby. No. Do I even have to mention him? Keep him. He scores a lot of screamers. So, next up is Matt Ritchie. Now, like I said in the ranking Newcastle players video, he scored a penalty against Man City last season, and I forgot to mention he scored against his former club Bournemouth away last season. For me, I would sell Matt Ritchie. It's just my opinion. Next up is Federico Fernandez. Now, I am so glad that he signed his 1-year contract extension because he has been fantastic this season. So, for me, I would keep Federico Fernandez. Next up is Kieran Clark. Again, keep him. He's been fantastic as well. Next up is Cardalo. Yeah, for me, I would keep Cardalo. Martin Dubravka. Do I have to mention him? Keep him. Florian Lejeune. For me, I would sell Florian Lejeune. And now, the final one. It's the last loanee. Jetro Willems. Keep him. And that is going to be the end of our ranking Newcastle United players video. If you're wondering who that one is, it's just a duplicate of Yoshinori Muto that I'm not going to use. So yeah, that's going to be the end. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.